Hey guys, D.Bowie here, and this is 6k Lifestealer versus 8k Lifestealer. Trips back to base and deaths. With the exception of the times the players died, they never went back to base after the 15-minute mark. I feel like a lot of people underrate how much of a difference that can make in a game. Everyone knows that Lifestealer is a hero that doesn't farm nearly as fast as a Luna, a Sven, a Weaver. One way to keep up with farm and stay relevant throughout the game is not dying and avoiding as much as possible to go back to base. Lifestealer is one of the most sustainable heroes in the game, and abusing that sustain to get more farm out of the map, as well as surviving fights, is one of the keys to win with the hero. People tend to associate aggressive heroes with lack of farming and the idea that dying is more okay with them, when in reality that's quite the opposite. You want to participate in fights and die as little as possible, because if you kill the enemy carry and get objectives or farm later, you're staying ahead, that's good. But if you kill the enemy core and you die too, you're still going to be behind a Luna, and in the late game, she is going to be stronger than you. So be very wary of that. This is just a compilation of most of the TPs the two players used after fights. The fact that these players can keep playing aggressively and not going to base goes back to the skill usage topic we talked about. By using their skills only when they are needed, they save enough mana regen to regen enough during farm time and be in fighting shape again. This was one of the reasons why so many pros went for Echo Saber, but with the constant nerfs, Fear decides to go Magic Wand instead. So I guess he even deserves more praise, since he fought substantially more than the 6k player, didn't went back to base, didn't had Echo Saber, and didn't had a Crystal Maiden. One common problem within fast ganks is wasting time, be it inside your partner or after the gank happened. We see the 8k player rotating with Earth Spirit in this clip, and pretty much everyone misses their skills. Nothing works. I can see a lot of Nexus just staying in the lane, waiting for the creep wave to get there, to see if maybe they can siege the tier 1 eventually. But the thing is, the strength of a fast gank is the surprise factor. Trying to risk and waste so much time to siege a tier 1 against Blink X and Coddle is very dangerous, so the second good aspect of fast ganks shows up right away. When you rotate infested, you save your TP and you can start pushing another lane without losing time, and you actually send a lot of TPs to where you were, so you're farming safer now. The 6k did some pretty good in fast ganks, but less than Fear, and after this one that ends up only killing Warlock, he wastes a decent amount of time because he didn't have a TP with him. We can see the Dire team rotating with Fear infested so that he doesn't waste his TP to contest Roshan, but they get there too late. We did talk a little bit about not committing all skills. See how many skills Fear is using here? Yep, 0. This one is probably one of the most impressive in fast ganks from the 8k player. Dire already lost a Baton, and thanks to the great stun from Earth Spirit, Fear doesn't even mind using open wounds. TA will BKB it anyways. He has the slow to keep chasing the next target, so another benefit of not always committing everything at once. So in the end, Fear used that mechanic far better than the 6k player, and it's not like the 6k dude didn't have a hero that allowed him to go for those plays. I do agree though that the enemies were harder to gank than in Fear's game. High Ground Siege. After that fast gank I showed you, I'm not sure if I was more surprised about Amber TPing in the bottom lane or when I saw Fear getting barracks so easily. If this was the lower MMR player team, they would say in the comments that the team was at fault. Anyways, he knows that X will respawn early, so immediately goes for range barracks. Easy win and well played, respecting the enemy team. The next barracks they take is not even a push, to be honest, since they got key pickoffs outside of the base. After that failed push I showed you from the 6k, I really like the way they approach this high ground siege. Look how much counter initiation Raiden has. They really need to take care when they approach something like this. The 6k commits rage, but starts retreating even before the duration ends. They stay around enough to feel like they will take the tier 3, forcing Slark's buyback, and they disengage. Well played. Well, this wraps up for today. If you enjoyed this video, please guys, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see the extended version of this video, check the link in the description. Pugna is a platform where you can learn from people like Chessie, Fogged, Waga, Monib, and get better at the game. They have now great content on the new patch, and if you want to raise your MMR, it's a great time. If getting MMR is not enough for you, you should definitely check out our new partner, Lootcase. There, you can find and buy fabulous cosmetics and go from zero to hero.